Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to explain the poem The Lake Isle of Innisfree. So this is very important poem, okay? Lake means lake isle. Lake you understand, okay? Small body part of water body. Isle means island here. Of Innisfree is the name of the place. Now it is a pilgrimage, okay? In Ireland, England, Ireland, and Wales. These are the three countries together known as United States. United Kingdom. So in this poem, the narrator is longing for a very peaceful place, okay, and that he can get all the peace, comfort, and pleasure at the Innisfree Island. So actually, this shows that he was completely fed up with the town life, okay, and he was very much attracted towards the very silent and quiet place, and that he might have heard, okay, or might have visited as a child at that particular place, and that's why he was longing for that particular place, okay, when he has grown up, okay, when he has gone young or old. So before reading the poem, the narrator has given a line, okay, some lines are given there. This will reveal about the poem. This well-known poem explored the poet's longing for the peace and tranquility of Innisfree. Means he was very much surprised with the peaceful atmosphere of the Innisfree, and that's why his wish, his longing is to reach there and enjoy his life. A place where he spent a lot of time as a boy. Means he might have visited the place, okay, as a child, as a boy, okay, with his parents, and that's why when he has grown up, okay, as a young man or has grown up as an old man, now he is longing for the place, okay, to have the same place in order to enjoy. This poem is a lyric is a kind of song. So this is a very song poem, okay. When you will read this, it will appears that we are singing song, like I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree. See, this was their music they have. The I refers to the narrator. Will arise means he was sleeping. Okay, he was not sleeping, but he was feeling upset, annoyed, unhappy because of the rustle and sound of the town, and that's why he is still telling that I will not make a plan. Okay, once I will arise, once I will woke up. Okay, and go now and go to Innisfree means he will go to the place where he will enjoy his life. Go to Innisfree. The Innisfree is destination, his goal of life, to spend his rest of life there and enjoy. Because according to him, Innisfree is similar to heaven, just like a heaven, just like a Jannat, okay, where all the comforts, all the peace, all the pleasures, okay, all the loving objects he can have there. So this is the wish, okay. We don't know what kind of Innisfree is there. We don't have that kind of island. We have some islands, okay. Those who have visited Mahatma Gandhi Setu, they might have seen some small island, but that is very roughly surrounded by the vagabonds, or it was not nice and safe. But that kind of island is there when uh, uh, a water body means a land area which is surrounded by the water from all around it. That is an island. So similar island he had, seen as a child in Ireland, and he is longing to reach there as soon as possible because he does not want to make delay, okay, in his attempt, and that's why he was very much active and alert and telling us that once I will arise and go to the Innisfree. Clear? The one thing that you'll have to take care of, okay, in this poem, that you will find out the literary devices. So it was not nicely arranged, okay, in this word file, but I am telling you the lines, okay. This poem is actually divided into three stanzas. The paragraph of the poem is known as stanzas. So all three stanzas contains 4 lines each, and all the 4 lines have um, sound, rhyming sound, like I'm reading. See, N is free, free, the free sound is there, okay, and the first line. The second line is made, second line is wattles made. The third line is for the honey bee. So N is free and B sound is matching, so AA will be there. Wattles made and B loud glad. So DD sound is there. So rhyming scheme will be A B A B. You will write this. Okay. I have not mentioned in this. I want you to just rhyme this sound. Okay, and then write down. For first line it is A. For second line it is B. For third line it is A. For the fourth line it is once again B. This is the rhyming scheme. A B A B. So I am reading the second line. And a small cabin built there. Cabin means a small house, that is the thatched house or a kind of hut he will make. Okay. Those who have visited, Maldives, they might have seen a kind of hut. Those who have visited some islands or seashore area, they might have seen some kind of tent, some kind of, houses generally made by the side of the sea beach or on the island in order to attract the tourist. So this is his longing. The child, the narrator as a child, okay, as a young man, as a old man. We don't know the age of the man, okay, the narrator, but we know that at what time he has visited at the place. Either he is now old or young, that is not clear, but he is wishing and willing to just reach the Innisfree and wanted to make a building room. But it is cabin is just like a building, a kind of room, okay, a kind of office. But we can say that he cannot get bricks, cement, sand, okay, and labor and engineers who can build there. He wanted to build cabin himself. Okay, so cabin he can make. What will the material used for making his cabin? Just like wattles, okay, and some kind of a stick, some kind of wood, some kind of bushes he will use, and then he will prepare. He will reach there, and what will he do? He will prepare a house. He will prepare a cabin, build there of clay and wattles made. And now see the material he will use here. Clay. Clay means a kind of liquid that is of soil and something like similar to it. Clay is a special kind of soil that is underground water. Okay, that is a very liquid kind of soil that is sticky. And wattles means a kind of stick made. 9 bean runes will I have there. 9 beans runes, what is this? This is the 7 colors, okay, Vibgyor, the rainbow he will get. Means he will get a very nice landscape, okay, very nice scenery, amazing, surprising and shocking and entertaining view he will receive there. 9 bean rows will I have there. There refers to at the Innisfree. A hive for the honeybee, and a hive will be there, okay, for the honey. Means he will get all the comforts free of cost. Honeybee is a very pure, sweet, liquid, and he will prepare chocolates and just eat it, okay, enjoy it. A hive for the honeybee, and live alone in the bee loud glare. And there he will live alone, okay. This shows that he wanted to live alone. And who are the people who wanted to live alone? Those who are very much upset with the people around him, those who are very much upset with the noise and sound by the vehicles, and they are very much upset and annoyed, and that's why they wanted, and they are searching for a very lonely place. So this man is similar to that kind of people. Means he wanted to live there alone, okay, in the be loud. Be loud refers to a kind of music he will hear free of cost. He will not organize an orchestra party, and he will not move to a club. He will not go to a restaurant and he will enjoy and dance and sing. He will just sit, okay, in his cabin, and will just listen the music of the bee. Here music of bee refers to the buzzing sound of the bee, has been referred to as a music, and that he will enjoy. Where? In a glade. Here glade refers to very open space, okay. There is no boundary of his building, of his hut, of his area. He will just enjoy. This is the first paragraph, first stanza. Now second. And I shall have some peace there. And what kind of peace and comfort he will enjoy there? See, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the wells of the morning to where the cricket sings. And now he's telling that from where we can have peace, comfort, and pleasure. He's telling that I will reach there, and have peace and comfort, because peace and comfort drop means come out slowly from where? Dropping from the veils. Veils is a kind of mask, you know. Generally, where it is in Hindi, it is pallu. Okay, a newly wedded woman. Okay, a girl have veil. Veil actually the lady wanted to hide its beauty, so it is symbolic. A veil is a symbol of beauty, attraction. Okay, so he is telling that dropping from the veils of the morning means the morning is just like a veil. It is just hiding the beauty. It is symbolic of beauty and attraction. So he is telling that the atmosphere, the scenery, the landscape, the island, that Innisfree is just like a very attractive place. Okay, and the morning will just mask it. Okay, just cover it, protect it. Okay, so veil is also a symbol of protection, also a symbol of protecting beauty and hiding beauty. So this is the things. Okay, so that it is a kind of protection that will not be harmed or damaged by the anyone. Okay, so veil is a symbol of protection. So a morning will just hide everything. Of the morning to where the cricket sings. And who are the beautiful objects? It is the cricket, a kind of insect, just like a grasshopper, and uh, similar to grasshoppers, they will sing. Okay, they will make a kind of a noise. Their midnights all a glimmer. The midnights all a glimmer. Glimmers means a kind of very shining stars. Okay, moonlit night means stars shining. Okay, moon dazzling. It's So this is a very nice glimmer. Means very lightning, and noon a purple glow. And here he is telling that during the noon time, a purple glow kind of color. Okay, very purple glow is also a kind of very attractive color, and a very nice atmosphere. And evening full of the linnets wings. And he is telling that in the morning time it is the cricket singing, in the afternoon it is the whole atmosphere is just like a purple glow, very amazing, very surprising, very interesting image it will be created there, and that will attract everyone. And in the evening time it is linnets. Linnets is a kind of a small birds. They will just fly and sing. Full of linnets wings means they will just fly in the sky and will give a very nice scene, and the narrator will enjoy their wings, their singings, their moments. So all the time means from morning to evening, uh, all day, all evening, all morning time will be very much attractive, very much entertaining, and very much peaceful, and very much comfortable. So this place, according to him, is a very ideal place to live and enjoy. Now the last one, once again, he just I will arise and go now. So this line is actually repeated. So we can say that this is the case of repetition. I have not given you the explanation of alliteration. So alliteration is the repetition of sound, okay, consonant sound. So you'll find out where are the alliteration have been used in this poem. Like so in last stanza, I'm telling you, I'm giving you the list of literary devices used in this poem separately. I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping, that we have done. I will arise. Once again, he's repeating the same sentence of the first paragraph, first stanza. For always night and day, I hear the lake water lapping. I mean, this was the sound of the lake water, the water body lapping, kind of sound, and that is making lapping with low sounds by the shore. It is coming and moving, coming, moving, coming, and coming back. Okay, coming back and forth. This was the moment. This known as in a lapping sound. Okay, and that is also a very nice scene. Okay, for him. Those who have visited seashore, they might have experienced the lapping of the low sound shore. Okay, the water of the sea coming and once again moving back, coming and moving back and forth. This is the way. With low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway, or on the pavements gray, means the building he has constructed there, he will stand by the road, okay, on the road or by the side of the pavements gray. I hear it in the deep heart's chords, and now he will just listen all the beautiful sound, all the beautiful music, okay, alone while standing, okay, or while sitting or while taking rest there. Here, while stand on the roadway or on the pavements gray, I hear it in the deep heart's core. So this is the things he will do there. Okay. So after this you will do. So this is the William Butler Yeats, a very well-known poet of 20th century. He received a Nobel Prize in 1923, and he writes about the natural surrounding, just like we have done the poem of Walt Whitman. Okay, The Road Not Taken, Robert Frost. So the way they write about the country life. Similarly, William Butler is also write the country life. Okay, and about the nature, about the people of the remote area. So you will have to do all the homework assignment. Okay, all the NCERT questions of this poem. Thank you very much. All the best. I am sending you the literary devices separately of this poem, used the rhyming scheme, alliteration, and all. Thank you very much. All the best. God bless you all.